all of you here today. I want to thank you because your presence here today is a bridge, a transition for us to make peace with them. For some of us here, we're still in disbelief. Some of us don't even want to think about it. Some of us don't even want to mourn yet. But with your presence, we can start that transition. And I said transition. And I will thank all of you for that. Because for us children, Papa City, we know we could always. Il était toujours là. C'est comme ça, il était toujours là. Il était toujours là. Parce qu'il était toujours là. N'importe ça nous besoin. N'importe ça. Ça nous capable avec lui, la avec nous. Demander le bagage. Il était toujours prêt pour faire ça avec nous. Mais c'était un seul prix pour nous. Il était toujours besoin avec nous. La famille. C'est que on a demandé un bagage. There was always a lesson, a lecture. And for us, the joke was, today, who's gonna get that lecture? Il y a plus grand, on toujours dit plus grand métallique, on dit non, premier garçon métallique, on dit non, dernier petit là, on métallique, on dit. For us now, the treasure. But all of this, there was a reason parce que les connaît. Si n'importe les patala, those lessons will still stay with us. And I want to thank you all today for
Good morning. I'm going to go ahead and read the eulogy, the life description of my father. And then if you don't mind, I would like to give a word of encouragement to my family. On August 4th, 1944, God created a shining star. On this blessed day, Pastor Mazias Darius was born to the loving and God-fearing parents of Therese Alcides Bobra, the mother, and Aisno Darius, the father. He is one of 7 children, 3 sisters and 4 brothers. He is survived by 1 sibling, Jacqueline Otelo. He grew up in a very traditional Christian household with God-fearing parents that allowed him to hear about Jesus at a very early age. At around the age of 12 years old, Pastor Mazias gave his life to Christ, and it was there he began his journey to ministry as the Spirit of the Lord began to give him a zeal to preach and teach the gospel. His older brother, George Darius, who was also a pastor, was a great influence in guiding and leading him in scripture and in life. After high school, Pastor Mazias Darius started college in Maranatha College, but completed his college tenure at Elliott Pierre College in 1969. Afterwards, he went straight to seminary school at Seminary Théologie de Port-au-Prince from 1970 to 1973. He began his residency in Akaye from 1973 to 1976. While working his ministry in Akaye, Pastor Mazias Darius founded his first church named Lully Church. Now, Proverbs 18 and 22 says, "He that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord." While finishing his residency, Pastor Mazias Darius encountered the love of his life, Elva Marie Sanville, and got married in September 11, 1976. With this wonderful woman of God, Marie Elva Sanville Darius, Pastor Mazias Darius had 6 children: Mark, Dutton, Katiana Darius, Lori St. Just, John Darius, Tama Darius, and myself, Barry Darius, and 8 grandchildren, along with 3 sons-in-law and 1 daughter-in-law. Robert, who's married to Lori, Kisney, who's married to Fan Mark, and Rodnell, we call him Woo, married to Katiana, and my lovely wife, Esther Darius. He not only started and founded churches, but he led in the church. He taught and preached, but he also founded a school for Haitian elders that didn't know how to read and write, to help expand the literacy of the Haitian community at large. Pastor Mazias Darius was a great man of God who not only served God with all his heart and soul, but also served the community with his heart and impacted many cities in his home country, Haiti, impacted his Haitian community in Florida, impacted his very large family, impacted his wife, and impacted his children. His ministry includes the following. Pastor Mazias Darius continued after he got married and continued to impact the regions and cities that he dwelt in. He eventually transferred from Akayet to Gonaïve and became the youth coordinator for the UEBH and founded his second church. During that time, he also continued to mentor and teach at a Bible school in Bassin Gonaïve. Then Pastor Darius, Mazias Darius, and his beautiful wife, Elba Marie Samuel Darius, relocated to La Pointe, at La Pointe de Palmis. Okay. Merci, Pastor. During that time, he went to L'Île de la Tortue, and there he continued his ministry, teaching, preaching, alongside his brother George Darius for about a year before returning to La Pointe. Pastor Mazias Darius moved to the United States around 1984. He was chosen to become a leader in Fort Lauderdale First Haitian Baptist Church of Bethel in 1986. Soon after, he moved to Bradenton, Florida in 1990, where he founded the First Haitian Baptist Church of Somerset and led the congregation from 1989 to 1998. Even after Pastor Mazias Darius continued to serve as a counselor to many leaders, as a mentor, as a spiritual father figure to many, both in leadership positions and non-leadership positions, he led a life of purpose and vision. He led a life to which is exemplified by 2 Timothy 4, 6, and 8. For I am already poured out like a drink offering, and the time for my departure is near. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. Now there is in store for me the crown of righteousness, which the Lord, the righteous judge, will award to me on that day, and not only to me, but also to all who have longed for his appearing. We can end this on one of his favorite psalms that he created. Il est Psalm 152. Je connais qui côté Psalm 51 aller, je connais pas. Lui-même il créé Psalm 152. Ma chanter en créole et en anglais. Jésus vivant, sous compter sous lui, pas de problème, il pas qu'à résoudre. Mais yon seul bagaille, faut qu'on compte sous lui. Et puis, ouais, toute bagaille, résoudre, Jesus alive. You can count on him, no problem. He cannot resolve. Only one thing, you must count on him, and you will see everything best. All right. Now, I want to continue with a word of encouragement to my family. I promise you it will only be 10 minutes. Just give me 10 minutes. And I have my pastor, Pastor Robin Cherry from Revelation Christian Church, who will help me